Hello YouTube, welcome to Mrs. Koi Style. My name is Kawana. I thank you so much for joining me here on my channel where I talk about my style, your style, and everyone else's style. So if that is something that interests you, I certainly hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell notification so that you never ever miss one of my videos. Today, I really want to talk about Chanel, specifically the Karl Lagerfeld era of Chanel, because I've been thinking about different style elements or just different things that I see, and I think to myself, that's given Chanel. There's just been such a major impact, specifically as it relates to the Karl Lagerfeld era, right? And for most of us, the era of Chanel is the Karl Lagerfeld era because he was the creative director of Chanel for over 30 years. Before him, there was only one creative director, and that was Chanel, or Gabrielle Chanel herself. So the impact of this particular designer on a brand for so long is kind of just unheard of in this day and age of fashion designer, fashion house, musical chairs that everyone's going from here to there and where to there and all over the place. But that's not the direction this video is going in. I want to talk about 5 specific areas or things that I've seen where I think, wow, that's giving Chanel vibes. And I didn't do any preparation for this video, like in terms of research or trying to look up things. These are things specifically that are coming from the mind of Kawana. So bear with me, okay? I'm trying to just talk to you all kind of freestyle, like you all are like my people, my friends. And, you know, I know it comes off a little bit stiff, but I really am just trying to get at you and talk to you. So bear with me and let's get started. So first of all, tweed. I mean, do you ever see like a tweed collar, a tweed blazer, a certain element of a tweed suit, just something tweed, and you think, wow, that's given Chanel. That's Karl Lagerfeld. The way that he presented tweed on the runway, in the bags, it's just so iconic and so identifiably Chanel. Secondly, pearls. The layering of the pearls, something that many people would say is very great grandma like or very elderly, not quite modern and fashionable. The way that those pearls were layered and designed, and the way that they sat, and the way that he paired them with these looks. When I see layers of pearls, not just one strand of pearls, but the layers, you know how, like, oh my goodness, I'm thinking about just seeing the pearls walk the runway or in photography, in magazines, along with the tweed. And when I see these pearls layered that way in varying sizes, I think, wow, that's given Chanel, right? The cap toe shoes, whether it's the cap toe slingback, the cap toe pump, the cap toe ballet flat. I take a look if I see somebody walking down the street and I see, you know, do I see that little CC up at the toe, or do I see the CC on the heel? Is it Chanel, or is this a designer who, you know, was inspired by Chanel and made this particular shoe? And what is particularly amazing about that cap toe shoe is I've seen it styled with a business suit. I've seen it styled with a pretty LBD, like a little black dress. And I've seen them styled just very casually with a pair of jeans. The versatility of that cap toe shoe, damn, that's all. That is Chanel. Number 4, the woven chain. That woven chain, if you see that chain on a shoulder or that chain on a bracelet or on a necklace, I think you kind of peer in and you want to take a look and you say, oh, you know, is that the Chanel chain? I don't know if you can see here, but like this woven right here, well, yes, this is Chanel, but we've also seen it, in other places or on other spaces, because these are elements that were created by Karl Lagerfeld that have just taken off over the years. So when I see that woven chain, I'm thinking, yeah, that's giving Chanel. That's Karl. That is so Karl Lagerfeld. And then let us not forget, iconic, number 5. We cannot negate this. The flat bag. Yes, the flat bag was created. Excuse me. Yes, the flat bag was created by Gabrielle Chanel herself. But as you know, Karl Lagerfeld redesigned this bag when he added that iconic CC logo in place of the Mademoiselle lock. It changed the game. That's when Chanel became Chanel. That is Chanel. I only know Chanel bags for the CC. Yes, there's the diamond quilting. There are the other elements that Karl brought to the bag. So it was the CC, the poofia quilting, like not the flat quilting. You'll remember that Gabrielle Chanel created the bag, and it had the Mademoiselle lock. The quilting was a lot flatter, certainly more crinkled, and you'll know this more so from the reissue that Karl reissued of the original bag. I think he re-released that bag in maybe around 2014. But anyway, we're talking about the influence of Karl and the flat bag. The flat bag to me is Chanel all day long, all day Karl. I'll think about how YSL has a flat bag. Gucci did the flat bag with the Marmont. There is the Kurt Geiger bag. It is an iconic designed bag that so many other designers and fashion houses have adapted. But to me, when I see the flat bag, that's all Karl. It's all Karl Lagerfeld and Chanel. So what I'm wondering when I think about all of these different 5 style elements or designs that I've mentioned, from the tweed to the shoes to all of this, how or what, if anything, will another designer come in and do? And this is not to take away from anyone's talents. This is not to take away from any legacy or impact that other designers have made on other fashion houses. But I don't know if I'm necessarily intrigued, or if I'm kind of like, yeah, I can't see it. Like if I'm just negative Nelly about it, because I saw Virginie, who was the 3rd creative director of Chanel. I saw her give it a shot for 5 years, and not for nothing, I gotta say, from what I heard, it was trash. No pun intended, right? But the bag that she created, the Chanel 22, some people said it looked like a trash bag. Some people said that the construction of it was trash. Some people said that the quality issues were trash. So yes, she used some of the style elements, the woven chain, the diamond quilting, but it wasn't as quilted. Some of the bags were adorned with pearls, but it didn't really hit because Chanel is Karl Lagerfeld. So I'm wondering, where do we go from here? What do we do? What are your thoughts? Maybe I'm a stand for Karl, or maybe it's just real. But this impact, these designs, the way that he displayed, the way that he showed, the way that he introduced us, the way that he kept us mesmerized with these different elements, the pearls and all of these different things. Can anybody else do that? Will anybody else do that? What are your thoughts? That's just my take, my thoughts on the impact, the everlasting, forever impact on Karl Lagerfeld and Chanel, and us as a community of fashion lovers and people who I hope love Chanel. So looking forward to seeing what happens. Let me know your thoughts. Please be sure to let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget, everything that I shared in this video and every one of my videos is me to a C. Thanks for watching.